Here too, my name is Thomas. Next to me is Pure Blades. We're here at Italy and we're gonna enjoy and hopefully very interesting race with hopefully a lot of overtakes. Pure Blades, welcome to the commentary box once again. Happy to be next to you. What do you expect from this race? Tell us about it. Yeah, that would absolutely be lovely. Already a few cars out on track, and the two Toro Rossos close to each other, so they're probably gonna slipstream each other to try to get the ultimate lap. Driving through Ascari now, this will be a very dangerous corner for a lot of drivers. We've already seen a lot of victims in Tier 3. And yeah, hopefully for these drivers they're not gonna get taken out by Ascari, but I assume we will see a few crashes there. Yeah, he tried his best, but fortunately for him, wasn't working. Yeah, talking about the championship, I think this is a good point to talk about it. Let's see, we got Dan Robbo in first place with 30 points. Then we got Sergey on 26 and Jacob on 26. And Robin, we are live on 25 points, but he is not here, so he won't be gaining any points today. And Perry, he is in P6 together with Arbar, both with 15 points. So it's close. They're there, but we got a three-way battle for the top at the moment, so that's pretty interesting to see with Dan Robbo in second place now, so he's doing a really good job. And let's see, Sergey and Jacob are going to set their laps now. Sergey is Parabolica. He is coming up to the line. Let's see what lap time he can put out. It's a 119.6 as well, same as Faramir did. And Perry behind him with P4 on a 20.3. Oh, and there's real life. He was too late, but he is here. So he will be starting from the back together with Two Spell. They're both here. Unfortunately, they were unable to join the lobby in time. But Robin is maybe gonna score some points. Yeah, lovely stuff. We're missing MP. And yeah, he had problems with his TV or something like that. Yeah, it was strange. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he wished for a better start, but fortunately for him, Crowan now. Let's see, Crowan puts it in P7. We got Racer as well. He is now at the end of Sector 2, coming up to Sector 3. Ascari for him right now. All fine for him. Now he's up in the Mercedes. This is not the country where he's loved. Needs to put up a good performance in front of the Tifosi with a Ferrari in P3 actually, so that's a really good job. The fans will be happy about that one. Let's see, racer now. Lewis comes up to the line, and that's a P6, 120.020 for racer 001. P6 for him, good job. And the other Ferrari then, he needs to improve, because P11 fans won't be happy about that one. Uh, Oh, we got bottled in the chat. Good morning from down under. Oh, it's morning there. Oh, that's ridiculous to think about it. It's morning at your place and we still need to go to bed. Always funny. Yeah, Profotis coming out of the pits now. Oh yeah, he's close to the pit lane, yeah. Let's see, Racer and Ross probably gonna come in. They've both set their lap times. Top 5 is still in, so we're gonna focus on Dan Robbo, who is going to start his lap very shortly. Let's just take a few up. He's doing it on his out lap, trying to get those tires up to temperature. Try to keep the engine temps low and then blast it all out on one lap. Really enjoy it to watch and really enjoy it to drive in qualifying. You can push the car to the absolute limits where you need to be very careful during the race. You can going all out during qualifying. That's absolutely lovely. Especially for Oscari, yeah. Oh, you need to be so careful for Oscari. You don't want to know. That's a new place. We can add that one to the list. Let's see, then Robo going through the first chicane. It all looked decent. Oh, didn't you have your audio allowed to be shared? Oh, lovely stuff. Then Robo second chicane good as well. Oh, Albar lost it. Is that an Ascari? That's the question. Sector 3, so that must be Ascari. Oh, it's our first victim. Then Robo is coming up to Ascari now. This is the end of Sector 2. Let's see, is lap time now. Ascari! Oh, then Robo, he was close as well. We held it. Now he's up to the famous Parabolica corner. He's ending his lap. Let's see what lap time he can put. He's on a 1:20.2 right now. Let's see what he can do. Coming out of Parabolica up to the line. And it's a 1. Oh, he invalidated, I think. He was 2 tenths quicker. No, he improved. He improved. 1:20.022, the same lap time as Lewis in P9. That's very interesting. And yeah, look how close these times are. This is gonna be a fun race if it stays like this.
I've done a Dan, lads. I've done a Dan. But I am here, I promise. I was just being an idiot.
I was already thinking there was something wrong with
yeah,
with the audio or something. Plays out in the chat. Oh, I love that.
KV loves me really.
Yeah. Let's see, Sergey comes up to the line. 19.525, so that's him up into P2. Dresse coming into the pits, as I think Dan could improve because he's in front of him. Oh, and this is Ross overshooting the chicane together with Sergey.
10th, separated by 1/1000th of a second. What do you make of that, Thomas?
This is the battle for the last point, I would say. It's gonna be a very tasty battle, I think. Let's see, here we got Perry. He is 5 tenths up on his time. And he is improving by 9 tenths of a second on the soft tire. That's a 19.4 for Perry, and he's in P1. And his teammate in P3, so the Toros is doing an absolutely lovely job in front of the Tifosi. Let's see, Jacob. He's on a lap as well, so we can go on board with Jacob. See what he can do. Fresh soft tires as well. Going through Lesmo 1 up to Lesmo 2. corners. Looks really solid. DRS wide open. And he is, ooh, he's down in his lap time. So he needs to improve on the final sector through Ascari on the edge. But it's fine for now. Coming up to Parabolica. He needs to improve. He's pushing the McLaren to the absolute limit. Braking very late for Parabolica. Keeps it in 4th gear, 5th, 6th. And up to the line. See what he can do. Can he improve? Yes, he can. P2 for Jacob. That pushes Wisey Boy and Sergey down to P3 and P4 respectively.
But all things considered, none of those are bad places to start. P3 is going to get an advantage being dragged to turn 1 by the pole sitter, obviously. Long run down to turn 1, so...
Yeah, I don't think pole position is really where you want to be. Like, it's good for defending and maybe you can stay out of all the carnage that's happening at turn 1. But at the start of the race with the slipstream, definitely P2 if he can get a good start, but especially P3 as well. With the help of slipstream can maybe get past before even turn 1.
I have to say, the second row is the optimal position to start, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah.
Just getting that toe is going to be so crucial to avoiding the carnage. We got Mitch saying that P1's going to be a 119.3, and Matrix comes back saying a 119.1.
119.1. So these guys need to improve by another 3/10 at least. That's interesting. But the track is improving. Like it's at its optimum at the end of the session. So I definitely see a chance of that happening with a 119.1. But it's gonna be quite an interesting one, I would say. Oh, Steve is in the chat, and he is very specific with a 119.073. If that is correct, I eat my shoe.
Yeah, Steve, if that prediction's right, I think I'll eat Thomas's shoe.
That's probably even worse.
Oh, definitely. The juice from the foot is not something I want to be tasting, so...
Definitely not from my foot, I can tell you that one. As Rodan struggled again through Ascari, but he kept it on. Don't know if the lap time still counts. He is in ERAS mode 4 still, so I assume it's not invalidated yet, but he went all off.
I find that compared to...
yeah, he's in.
Compared to time trial, you can get away with a lot more during qualifying than you can in time trial. So putting all 4 wheels off at Ascari doesn't tend to invalidate laps.
Yeah, I know it's very harsh on time trial, but I don't really know how harsh it is during qualifying. I know you got the turn before Ascari. I know you don't want to cut that one because that will give you an invalidation straight away. But for example, where Sergey is driving now, going through less mode 2, running wide is an invalidation on time trial, but not during qualifying.
Dan pulls into the pits, he's not going to improve.
In front of the Tifosi, oh no. Oh, he's going up. Wait. Oh, I can't select him.
Drace is not going to improve either.
Maybe Robo is on a outlap. Same for Lewis, Sergey and Donamo, so let's see. Donamo is the first one we can look at. After that it's probably gonna be Sergey, maybe Robo, and after that Racer.
Well, people are coming out, but they're not gonna get laps in.
Yeah, maybe it's the same glitch like we had in season 3, where they got like 20 or 30 seconds more than we actually see on top left.
Maybe
I think that's the case, because I don't think that like what is it, like
yellow flag.
14 people
It's
go out too late.
Crowan may have had an incident with Roland.
His
I
wing is
wonder.
still okay.
They're all lining up.
Sector
So
2. Oh, it's Perry. He went off, or he's letting people through. Well, Perry is causing the yellow flag, because it's all green now. As his teammate comes out of last mode 2, now up to
oh, and
Ascari. Oh, again.
Dan may be getting a penalty. He's I can't definitively say he'll get a penalty, but he just jumped the first chicane.
By gaining, yeah, he's gaining time probably to make it, to set another lap, I reckon.
But he won't make it. He will not. Yeah, he's jumping the chicane. The Variante della Roggia.
And Sergey is not improving. He can go another time. So the flag is out, but I don't think it really is. Can we check that? I think we can check it with Racer. Or Medi? I think Medi Robo is closer. Yeah, he got passed and there's still no finish flag behind his name, so he can go again. Okay, so now the flag is out, okay.
And I don't think it'll matter about the penalty for Dan. Because he came into the pits anyway.
I don't know really how the rules goes. We will see at the end of the session. Doesn't really matter for now, he didn't improve, so like you said, it's not that big of a point. I'm on board with Jacob, as there's a Toro Rosso going straight onto the chicane, and he's got like 3-4 people in front of him, so they had to really rush to set their final lap time. And with Jacob in P2, it's quite interesting to look at. He's opening his DRS. Can he get a little bit of slipstream from the guy ahead of him? I think that is DTN. As Vremer, he is giving up on his lap time. Or did he just crash? There's yellow at Ascari. Did Veramir lose it at Ascari? Yes, he did.
Oh, he couldn't be. He's in the middle of the track.
Veramir lost it at Ascari. Another victim.
Two racing points fall victim to Ascari.
And Perry says the fastest lap time. 1:19.2. 2:75. Oh, Bottled was so close. Jacob is giving up on it. Sergey giving up on it. Crowan has given up on it. Roland lost it at Parabolica. What did he do?
No, Roland's got a grid penalty. Roland hit DTN.
Oh no. Not that it really mattered because he was in P15 already, but now he will drop down. Did he get a 5-place grid penalty?
5-place grid penalty for
so he's at the back.
With DTN. He will start from the back, yeah.
So that's Perry on front of the grid with Jacob Donamo P2, P3, YC Boy P4, Sergey P5, Vermeer P6. He needs to do a little bit of a backup race. I say the Ferrari in front of the Tifosi just in P7. The fans won't be happy about that one. Fallen, Racer, Ross, then Robo, the other Ferrari in P12. Crowan, DTN and Roland, who primarily collided together. Arbar and Medi Robo in last place. Interesting qualifying, I would say. Didn't expect to be saying that Perry, Jacob and Donamo are the top 3. I expected Veramir to be up there. I expected Sergey to be in there, but yeah, interesting.
Veramir was 0.5 up going into Ascari.
And then he lost it.
So we'll never know.
Yeah, he probably
will never know.
On pole. If he was 0.5 up, then he was on 19.1. So Matrix would have been right. Don't know what the weather is gonna be for the race. I assume it's gonna be dry. So all of these guys qualified on a soft, so no different strategies. Don't know what the guys will do outside of top 10. What would you do if you're starting outside of top 10? Because it's an easy one stop from soft to medium for the top 10. Would you start on the mediums or would you still start on the soft tires as well?
Yesterday my strategy was to start on the softs. I didn't have a choice, I was in the top 10, but I would have started on the softs anyway. I would have started on the softs and gone into the mediums at around lap 10. That would have been my strategy, so.
Around lap 10?
Yeah,
Okay.
there or thereabouts. I think the tyres could have definitely lasted. Tichy went 11 laps before he pitted, so you never know. And yeah, dry weather all race, so should be no variation in strategy.
It's at least sunny for the race, so I think a
Yeah,
lot of guys will be
been
happy about that one.
been told it's dry all race, so
Okay, nice. Yeah, I just hope it's dry for tomorrow as well. Just praying.
now we just see who's gonna press that button of doom. And
Oh,
it's
it's Ross.
Ross. Yeah.
Commentator's curse, back at it again.
Oh, don't even start. I cursed too many people yesterday. I'm gonna stick to not saying anyone's name today.
Question for everyone in the chat. How many people will lose it at Ascari? Pureblades asked me as well before we started the stream. I said we see 5 people losing it at Ascari. So get your predictions in. And maybe you can win something.
I've said 4, so kinda have to stick with that now. I said 4 in the driver's chat earlier, so only DNFs.
Yeah, only DNFs. Yeah, only DNFs. Because if it's probably people going off, then we're at like 15 people or something.
As Perry leads the pack away, and I'll check the tyres because everyone outside the top 10, bar Profodes and Robin, starting on the medium tyre. So maybe my prediction was wrong. Oh well.
Get predictions in.
And Jamie agrees with you, so 5 at Ascari.
Yeah, 5.
One more than last night. Although there are more people here than last night. So.
There are more people, yeah. Let's see tires. Dan Robo, X47 Pro and DTN, R-Bar, Medi Robo and 2Spell all on the medium tires. So they're going longer on the first stint. And then trying to be quick at the second part of the race. With Roland and Robin both on the soft tires in P17 and P18. But Roland didn't get a penalty if he's in P17. So I think it's only DTN who got a penalty.
I don't think it counts penalties if there's no one in, like there's no one else in the lobby for qualifying. So because Robin and 2Spell joined during qualifying, they couldn't qualify.
Oh, fair enough.
Roland only goes down to the last place that would have been in qualifying, which was P17.
So, here we are at the grid. We got 3, 4, 5 red lights. I hate this. And away we go for the Italian Grand Prix. And it's a good start from Perry, but probably a better one from Jacob, who is already side by side with Donamo really close. Jacob, is he gonna go for it? He is gonna go for it. And we got a Forzinia from Boise Boy going away. Perry needs to cut the chicane. And he will be losing a lot of places. Donamo is probably getting past as well, side by side now. Oh, and there's a Racing Point car off. And it's Veramir. Veramir lost it coming out of the chicane. And he is in last place. Oh no.
Yeah, that right end plate off on Varamir's car. Completely missing from the front wing, so he'll have no downforce coming around the last 2 sectors.
With 2 Ferraris already in the top 10, with Dan having an amazing start in P8 on the medium tires. He's doing a brilliant job. And Robin in P11. Really good job from him as well, starting from the back of the grid.
We've got a right end plate off. Oh, never mind. I was just being blind. I thought Roland had an end plate off, but obviously not. Oh, there's a Ferrari off.
Oh, it's
Dracer.
No,
Oh, no
way. In front of the Tifosi at Parabolica, he lost it. Oh no. That's not what you want as a Ferrari driver. As we go, Roland and Matty Robbo going side by side through the first chicane, and Matty Robbo lost a little bit of end plate there. I saw some debris flying. Let's see, on the right hand side it is. So there's damage from Matty Robbo. Sergey is having problems as well. What happened to Sergey? He lost his front wing. And Roland went straight through.
No front wing at all.
Roland went straight through on the second chicane. And Sergey has no front wing at all. That's interesting.
Roland is missing his left end plate now, so I assume that was something to do with Sergey.
Let's see, Perry is already up into P3. He overtook Dynamo and now he's already at the back of Wisey Boy. I practiced with Wisey Boy and I noticed that he was running in a high downforce setup compared to me. So he should be beatable down the straight, although he gets slipstream from Jacob in front of him. So it probably won't be that much of an easy job for Perry to get past him. Let's see, he's closing, he's gaining. Is he gonna go for the move down the inside? No, thinks better of it, and he sticks behind Wisey Boy.
Very interestingly, Roland stays out with that wing damage. This will be costing in time to Matty Robbo behind. Through the middle sector.
Oh, it's Perry off. He lost it, second chicane. And he will be losing a lot of places. And with a lot of places, I mean he's almost at the back of the grid. 17th place.
That was looked like a possibility of unsafe re-entry there for Perry. Coming back onto the racing line as Dracer was coming through, but I have to check from the onboards, but
let's see,
scary.
Ross and Fallen really close together, and we got Robin, who was really close at the back of Racer. Racer overshoots Parabolica.
Robin has shot up this this grid.
Yeah, he's lightning quick here, and he's getting past Lewis with DRS. And that's Robin up to P6, and that's Fallen up to P4. He's overtaken Ross. Good job from Fallen. So both Robin and Fallen gaining positions as I saw a car going through. Yes, DTN. It's DTN. He had to cut the first chicane. That's him dropping down to P4. Didn't get a penalty, so good job from him for slowing down.
Interestingly, he started to go towards the tarmac of that runoff area, and then pulled back onto the track. It was seemed like a strange move from DTN there. Made a move towards the tarmac and then turned back onto the grass.
It's strange indeed, yeah. See, Jacob, he pulled away a second from Wisey Boy. Dynamo is just not close enough to Wisey Boy to get in the DRS window. Ross is definitely with 4 tenths behind Fallen, so he's probably trying to get past.
Oh, I believe
it's
Dracer. It is.
It is not Ascari yet. So yeah, we don't count this one.
Oh, he didn't DNF.
Oh yeah, fair enough. So let's go back to Ross, who is not close enough to make a move on Fallen. Let's see if Dan can make a move on Racer. No, he won't. And we got Arbar making a move on Two Spell, side by side. Oh, just leave each other a lovely room.
Two-spell sweeping back round the outside.
Yeah, round the outside, great defending. And
beautiful racing.
Yeah, that lets him stay in P11. So good job from both of them, letting each other live, giving each other enough space. Yellow sector 1.
I wonder who that is.
Is it Perry?
It wasn't Perry.
Oh. Don't know who it was. Yellow's already gone as well.
Glitch. Game's littered with glitches, so...
Let's see Donamo, he closed up to Wisey Boy, 7/10 now is the gap. And Wisey Boy, he won't get DRS, so this is the time for Donamo to see what his pace is looking like, what his straight line speed is looking like compared to Wisey Boy. So, go on board with him. DRS open. Let's see if he can close enough. Gap is there, so won't be making a move now, but can he close up more? He will. And Ross is getting past Fallen, tries to defend. It's not working with DRS mate. And Robin has joined the battle as well. It's a three-way battle for P4 at the moment.
Robin almost pushing Ross along, or Fallen along, sorry. So close to the back end of that Williams.
Yeah, it's really interesting because... Oh, it's Robin going around the outside of Fallen. Is he gonna make the move stick? Nope, he won't. Fallen made a mistake coming out of the second chicane. Robin not close enough to make full use of that. But now, with DRS, can he get past? Let's see. Oh, he's not close enough to make a move, no. And not sure, but I think because Robin joined when qualifying was already going on, I think he's stuck with the default setup. So that's probably why he won't be making overtakes on the straight, because I think he's running with 6 wings.
That is such a shame as well, because...
As we have then making a move before even the long straight in Parabolica. That's quite an interesting place, and this gives Lewis the opportunity to come back at him. Well, first of all, we've got Robin going down the inside of Fon. It's the perfect view, because now we can go back to Lewis making a move on Dan. And that's good racing, and that's Lewis back up to P7 with Dan Robbo, our championship leader, really close behind them. And Two-Spell still defending the P10. Hold on. Telemetry is on stream for you especially now. I'm sorry that I didn't put it on from the beginning, but it's on now. Let's see, we got a little bit of a train behind Two-Spell, we got a little bit of a train behind Lewis, and we got a little bit of a train behind Wisey Boy, but it's not really a train because it's only Don Amo, because Ross is 3.4 seconds behind him. So yeah, the top 3 is pulling away. After that we got quite a close midfield, and that goes all the way through Tresse, I would say, in P15, who is 16 seconds behind Perret. Talking about Perry picking up 3 seconds. First one with a penalty, I think, if I didn't miss any.
Nah, I believe Dan Robbo's got a penalty.
Let's see Fallen now with DRS. Robin is defending the inside, so Fallen needs to go round the outside. Then on top of our screens, Fallen not close enough to make the move. Robin gives him the space. But Fallen was not close enough as seconds as well.
I do apologise, it wasn't Dan Robbo, it was Ross who got the first penalty.
Okay. Ross with the first penalty. That's something to keep in mind though, because if he's able to close up to the top 3, he still has a penalty. So that could play a big factor. 6
seconds back of Don Amo already.
Yeah, with the penalty, yeah. So that's quite a big job to complete there. Big mission for him, this race. Let's see, Robin, he defended Van Fallen in the first chicane, at the first chicane I should say, and now he is close enough to Ross to get DRS this lap as well. So Fallen won't be a threat to him, and now he's trying to be a threat to Ross. 9 tenths now is the gap. He needs to stay this close. You can't give him much more room. As Ross comes into the pits, lap 9, we got our first guy to make a pit stop. It's Ross. And he's going on to the medium tire. Yeah, like I said, easy one stop from softs to mediums. But he's going a long way on the mediums.
Yeah, one lap earlier than I would have expected people to start pulling into the pits. It should be able to work fairly easily, but his tyres may start to drop off towards the end. Or will start to drop off towards the end.
Let's see Donamo now. In P3, he's really close to Iceball, who is keeping the gap to Jacob. To be fair, it's still 1.8 seconds, so he's not. The victory is not out of the window, but yeah, it's like you need to have the DRS in this game to really catch up. It's so hard in this game to catch up to someone in front of you if you don't have DRS.
For all Wisey Boy may have the speed disadvantage on the straight, he's been able to fend Donamo off for the past few laps. But I think we may see Donamo get it done into the first chicane.
Oh, as we got yeah, he went wide, but we got a race leader Jacob into the pit, so he's going to put on the medium tires. But we're gonna focus on Donamo, who's not gonna make the move. Robin into P3 because Racer is making a pit stop as well. So he's in medium tires as well. Jacob, he put on the medium tires as well. So yeah, everyone going on to the medium tires. So we got a battle. Then Robo and Arbar going side by side, and that's then Robo pushing Arbar onto the grass. And he got a bad exit off it. Can Crowan make full use of this? Going Brown on the outside. Is he gonna go down the inside? Yes. But then Robo, great defending. Round the outside, P7 and Tuspel with all the pit stops in front of him up to P6.
So effectively, when the front four make their pit stops, Dan leads this race.
Yeah, Dan will lead this race, so the fans will go wild.
I just wonder what sort of pressure Dan's gonna feel leading this race on the mediums.
Yeah, I think it's different if he didn't have to make another pit stop.
And Wisey Boy and Donamo.
Top two, both in.
Donamo pulls in very late.
Oh, Fallen picks up 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's quite a harsh penalty, especially this track, but it's how it is, as they come out together with Wisey Boy. And Donamo lost out on the pit stops. And Jacob got a great undercut, by the way. Look at the difference between Jacob and Wisey Boy.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed Jacob gaining so much time on that outlap as Sergey picked up a 5-second penalty. It's a very difficult pit lane to navigate because the line sort of sneaks up on you, and you don't really have much time to apply the pit limiter.
So the only one out on the soft tire, sorry, are Robin and Perry. They're both holding on to the soft tire. You can see Robin struggling on those old soft tires. It's definitely time to come in this lap, as Dan is closing up a lot with the pressure of a thirsty and angry Mercedes in his mirrors, and he's trying to spoil the party for Ferrari this weekend.
Tuspel as well, another one who wasn't able to select a setup before the race, so he's doing a good job to keep with Dan here.
Robin is in.
Very good job.
And can Tuspel get past Dan? Oh, he's not close enough.
Go for it. No, I don't think he is. No, he's not. Smart decision from Tuspel just to bide his time.
He is applying full pressure. I can tell you that one. as Robin rejoins really close to Wisey Boy. I don't think the gap was... I think the gap was bigger before they went into the pit, so he closed in on Wisey Boy. So good job from him on all tires.
Now podium is not out of the question for Robin.
Starting almost
After
from the back, that's
from the
ridiculous.
back, yeah.
Yes.
What a comeback that
Oh,
would
side
be.
by side for Dan and Two-Spell. And Two-Spell holds it round the outside. An unbelievable move from Two-Spell, going round the outside of Ascari.
I do
And they're
think he's
going
got
side
it
by
done
side
at
into
the wrong
Parabonica.
time. And I wonder, Dan's just handed Two-Spell the DRS down the main straight.
They're not giving up. And they're gonna go back at it again. With Two-Spell
Rear
now
wing
opening the
opens up
DRS.
Two-Spell. He could go around the outside, but it won't be a problem. He's passed Dan with ease.
Oh, that is gonna go for a late move. Oh
Ooh.
no. Two-Spell let Dan leave here. Oh, this could have ended up in tears. That's alright for now.
The heart nearly went.
They're giving the fans absolutely an amazing race, and Arbar is closing up to these guys now battling. It allows Arbar to close up because he's almost within a second now. And this allows Jacob as well to close up because he is like maybe 7 or 8 seconds behind these guys. Let's see, then going down the inside of Two-Spell, makes the move just before Ascari, and that's Two-Spell back to P2 with Arbar now looking to get in the battle as well.
I think it's quite incredible that we haven't had someone crash out anywhere yet, let alone at Ascari.
Yeah, quite a good
Clean
drive
race
from these guys.
It's incredible.
Two-Spell now again going down the inside of Dan. Yeah, he makes the move, then tries to do the switchback, it's not working. And they're creating a little bit of a train behind them now because we got 4 guys now really close, almost 5 guys within a second. Oh, Dan made a mistake coming out of the second sector. Second chicane, sorry, and that's Arbar now up to P2. And Two-Spell is now a second clear from the guys behind him. This could be crucial. Two-Spell needs to pull away if he wants to make something of this. He needs to take advantage now. Well, Arbar is already closing up and 7/10 now is the gap. Two-Spell couldn't quite make it work as Arbar had a little bit of a slippery back end of the car, but he didn't lose it. Stays on track as Dan is going for a move again. No, he thinks better of it. And he is focusing on getting the DRS on start finish straight.
DRS train are gonna start to form behind Arbar. All those cars at the front so bunched up, so close to each other. It makes me happy too much, believe me. Nice to see a pretty much incident-free race. So far, commentator's curse.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get it again.
Did it happen last night? A few times, so I would not be surprised at all if it happened again.
I just hope that we're gonna have one day in F1 history, in real life, that we're gonna see these kind of battles just all race long. That would be absolutely amazing.
I think you'll be waiting until 2021 for that one, mate.
Yeah, with the new regulations. But do you think those are really gonna work?
Hopefully the car gonna make it easier to follow. Gonna reduce dirty air.
Talking about following, the guy who's not easy to follow anymore is Arbor, because he came into the pits on the medium tires on lap 16, so he's going 11 laps on the soft tires. That's quite an interesting strategy. I would assume these guys to continue on like
stretch, yeah.
3 more laps or something to really make the soft tires work. But maybe he's going for the ultimate undercut.
Maybe he is.
It's gonna be interesting because he is coming out in P13, so he's not in the points at the moment.
In P13, but more importantly in clean air.
In clean air, yeah, he got a 5-second gap, so it's great for him on those fresh soft tires. As there's yellow in sector 2, and it's Ross. And that's quite an interesting place to lose it, and he's given up.
At the Della Roggia, and I believe that will be a penalty point.
For not retiring in the pits.
He didn't even retire, he just left. Oh, and Perry's gone!
No,
I saw that happen
Perry,
on board.
oh, he lost it! Coming out of Lesbo 2.
Coming out of Lesbo 2. Yeah. In roughly the same place as where Cookie lost it.
Yeah, and I lost it as well on the practice race at that point. Quite a tricky point as well, it seems. DTN is in on his 16 lap old medium tires. And he is going on to the softs as well. With 10 or 11 laps to go, it just depends on how you want to see it.
Well, that went south quickly, didn't it, Mitch?
Yeah, that's commentator's curve from Mitch, and he isn't even a commentator.
That was an unusual place to go off.
Look at Robin, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you, but he was weaving all around the track. He's making sure that Wisey Boy knows he needs to push, because Wisey Boy is really holding up Robin at the moment. Robin is all over the back. But he's just on 30% ERS, so Wisey Boy has even less ERS, so this is the moment for Robin to get past.
He needs to defend.
Oh, as we got another yellow.
Sector 2, Sector 3. It is. I don't know. I'm not sure who it was actually.
I don't see anyone dropping down the order, so I assume it was someone cutting the track. Rowan gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane as all top 4 guys are in. Two-spell, soft tire, then soft tire. We got Crowan, soft tire, and we have Dan Robbo, soft tire as well.
Now where
and look how close Dan is compared to two-spell, but look where is Arbar. He's already past these guys. But Dan is gonna go for a move on the inside of two-spell, coming out of the pits. A tricky move, and two-spell pushes Dan onto the grass. And this allows DTN to go round the outside.
He has some thoughts going through his head today. And they are not all clean. I can tell you that for free.
Oh, two-spell's off the curb, two-spell! No, what's happening?
He comes straight back onto the racing line. That was dangerous for sure.
It's all kicking off now. People made their pit stops. And what's happening? Robin lost their Ascari. Oh no.
Oh no, that is...
Did he get any damage off it?
He has...
His wing looks okay, to be fair. I think he just spun.
And someone's off behind. No, nobody's off behind. Sometimes the stewarding in this game, it just never ceases to amaze me.
Let's see now, Dan going to make a move on DTN for P8. And the Tifosi is going wild at the background. That's Dan up to P8. And he's now trying to catch up to Arbar, who's really close to Robin, who just spun, and his tires will be screaming to get a little bit less temperature in them. Quite a stretched field at the top with Vice Boy now. We already said it when they came out of the pits. He lost a lot of time because Jacob did the 1 lap undercut. And Donamo isn't quite able to keep up with Vice Boy on the medium tires. That's quite interesting to see as well. And we have Racer in P4. Interesting, but he's doing a really good job.
He is, yeah.
Let's see now, Robin came through Ascari cleanly this time. Closing up to Fallen. He is showing Fallen that he's there.
Doing the smart thing, I think, by staying behind, biding his time, and waiting for the DRS.
Yeah, because this should be an easy move.
The rear wing pops open, and it'll be open for Arbar and the other Williams behind him.
Oh, I think Robin is saving his ERS by sticking behind Fallen. I think he's just saving it up a little bit because he knows those guys on the soft tires behind him, they're closing up. They're coming for him. So if you can save a little bit of ERS, and after that can pull away, because it's only 7 laps. He needs to stretch those 7 laps. We can already see the Ferrari of Dan closing in. He can already see the 3 guys ahead of him. So a P5 is there for Dan.
Yeah, P5 definitely there for the taking. With that train of cars behind Fallen starting to appear.
And Crowe now, he is 1.2 seconds away from Dan, so he won't get any DRS, and he's really low on his ERS. So this is the perfect time for Dan, as we got our first victim at Ascari, and it's Robin again.
Oh,
he got a warning, but it's over now.
That is heartbreaking for Robin, starting at almost from the back, and to have worked his way up to that position.
And Arbar, this is a multi-21. Arbar getting past Fallen, and Fallen will be used as a little bit of a mobile chicane now to those soft guys behind him. Ooh. Because he won't be giving away much room, as we have DTN and then Robo fighting.
DTN was off the track at turn 1, almost hit Dan Robbo, but Crowan lost 2 places in that, so I don't know whether it's just straight line speed or Crowan definitely missing something from his setup.
Let's see, then he's within a second. Now he's out of it. He's really close. He's on the edge to get DRS on Fallen. Maybe if he can fraction this Ascari, which he almost did. Yeah, he did, because he's within a second now. He needs to push. He needs to get within the 1 second before the line, and I think he did. I think we can see Dan having DRS at this point. Let's see, yes, the DRS is gonna go open. So brilliant move from Dan, who can close up to Fallen on this lap and maybe try to get past him on the next lap.
He is saving his ERS. Over 50% for Dan and for the Fallen. So.
Oh, and we have DTN, who goes straight on at the first chicane again. He's struggling with turn 1. He really probably doesn't know where to brake exactly, because he overshot it now for the 3rd time already.
And if he does play with the racing line on, then that will be something that he needs to learn, because the racing line tells you to brake so much later than you need to. There's Dan going around the outside. off the second DRS straight. And he's managed to keep it clean through a scary.
So now Lewis, I said to him he was doing a good job in P4, but that P4 is looking very dangerous right now because Arbar and Dan are quickly closing up on him. So we'll probably see a big battle going on for P4 at the end of the race. And talking about big battles, Donamo closed up to Wisey Boy for the second podium spot.
Could see a big shake-up of the results in these last 5 laps, Thomas.
It could be, yeah.
Well, everyone behind Jacob, because I have to say, Jacob's just run away with this.
Yeah, Jacob is cruising to the finish line right now. I don't see him being under threat from Wisey Boy or Donamo. But yeah, Lewis, he needs to worry about his P4.
As you said, Jacob got that mega undercut and just worked out for him.
Yeah, that really helped him. The undercut. I didn't think that the undercut was that strongly around this track, but apparently it is. And yeah, it helped Jacob definitely, because with 3.5 seconds away from these guys and 4 laps to go, this should be an easy job for him. Because Wisey Boy and Donamo, they're gonna start battling.
But I just took a little bit too much curve coming through a scary, and my heart nearly went. That was nearly scary.
Yeah, he closed up to Lewis right on the back with 4 tenths now is the difference between the Mercedes and the Williams. As those guys will be fighting for P4. Unfortunately for them, not a podium spot. P4 is still a really good result for both of them.
And I have to ask, what happened to the fallen? Because he's fallen behind Dan Robbo now.
I like the choice of words. Oh, lovely.
Unintentional puns, you gotta love it.
I loved it. Yeah, he is struggling. Yeah, that's no shit Sherlock. Well, yeah, he's struggling on the medium tires, and all of the guys on the soft tires are just blasting through. And yeah, it's probably gonna be a hard job for him to even stay within the points, because Crow and Tuspel and DTN are all at the back of him, all on soft tires. So that should be an easy move for them. As Arbar is getting past Lewis, talking about easy moves with DRS on the straight. No point for Lewis defending, and now it's the case for Lewis to stay within the DRS.
Dan's gaining on them both, so right on the back of Lewis now.
2 admins going hammer and tongue. P5 in this race, and there's yellow in sector 1.
I imagine that was Ross's AI.
I think it was DTN, because he suddenly is 4.7 seconds away from Tuspel.
Maybe it was, maybe it was. I didn't see him when I was running through the onboards. But
that would be another turn 1 incident for him.
Yeah, DTN just looks like he's not got to grips with turn 1 at all. Which it is a very difficult part of the track to get right. And I believe that was... It's Varamir off at the Variante de la Rogia.
Just before Lesmo 1. Made a rollback of pass as well.
Much a similar manner as Tuspel did, I believe, just bouncing off those curbs.
Yeah, those curbs are dangerous. We go back to the battle between Mercedes and Ferrari like you would see them in real life as well. Lewis defending the inside, he knows how important it is in. There's a second to last lap. Then going round the outside on the soft tires, and that's a brilliant move, parking the bus on the apex. Lewis tried to do the lovely switchback, but couldn't make it work. And that's then up to P5, and then is looking now to get past Arbar as well for P4.
Dan braked so much later than Lewis there.
He was brave going into turn 1.
Very brave into turn 1. Of course you run the risk of running that chicane, picking yourself up a heavy time penalty, but Dan executed that to perfection.
And Arbar is feeling the pressure. You saw some grass flying up on the screen. And then closed up 4 tenths in just one sector. So Arbar is feeling the pressure with 1.5 laps to go. And then is looking really thirsty in front of Tifosi to get at least a P4. And in my opinion, he's done a brilliant drive so far. Coming from P12, P13, he's doing an amazing job.
Very
see
good
positions
job.
change. Yeah, he gained 11. He gained 7 positions, but Arbar he gained 11 positions. So that's a brilliant job from him.
However, I do
Donabo
believe this.
Getting past Wisey Boy on the last lap.
This
Great
will not
switch.
be the finishing position. Dan has many more penalties than Arbar. So
Broen getting past Fallen. It's all kicking off now. Two-spell looking really close to those guys as well. Yellow in sector 3. Oh no, who's that for? We need to focus on the battle between Donamo and Wisey Boy first, because this is going through the podium. Let's see. Jacob is clear. He's gonna take P1 if Ascari is not taking him out. Do that very cautiously, understandable. Donamo running wide, coming out of Ascari, but it's fine for now. He's trying to break the slipstream. He's low on fuel, low on ERS. Can Wisey Boy pull something out of the head?
he'll need a monster switch back through Parabolica. And he's not got it, so
Jacob weaving across the track. He's taking P1. Donamo is gonna take P2. Wisey Boy P3. That was really close. Ben is holding on for P4. The Tifosi will be proud of him. Arbar in P5. And Lewis dropped off. Is then Robo gonna take the position? Side by side. Oh, then Robo takes it on the line. With Lewis having a penalty as well. Oh, Dan is dropping down the order in P6. Then Robo is gaining positions on penalties. Two-spell, of course, gaining positions on penalties as well. To Mercedes in P7, P8, Crow in P9. ETN losing out on penalties as well. Sergey with his 5-second time penalty. Profotis now coming onto the line, weaving. he's not happy. Medi Robo. And then it's waiting for Vermeer, who lost it at Ascari on the last lap. Oh no. Vermeer. Oh no.
Varamir.
Was this on purpose? That's the question.
I don't think it's possible to lose it at Ascari on purpose. I think it just happens.
Sorry, I wanted to add to the Ascari telly. Yeah, he did it on purpose, I think.
Raidcon says driver of the day, Jacob. Titchy says Arbar. So, who's your driver of the day? Thomas.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, it's really hard to really dominate this track like Jacob did. So, in that case, I would say Jacob. But Arbar has driven from P15 to P5, but it like those overtakes. Yeah, oh, it's a difficult one, but I think I'm gonna give it to Jacob. I think my vote is going to Jacob. He really dominated, like Mitch is saying in the chat, class of his own. Yeah, Jacob deserves it in my opinion.
I want to say Dan just because I want a word with him, but yeah, I have to give it to Jacob. He's just too good tonight, unbeatable.
Yeah, really good job from him. Really, really solid job. League class of the zone. So I'm gonna invite these guys to the commentary box. Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch.
Yeah,
I'm so
sorry, Mitch.
sorry. I screwed up with not going down the list. Yeah. Never mind. I'm sorry, but you can check it on the last lap, because that should be okay as well, I reckon. Let's invite these guys to commentary box. So we have Jacob. Yeah, yeah. And then I'm. So here we have Namo in the party. Wisey boy is in. Now it's waiting for Jacob.
If you just want to make sure your audio's set to shared, please, boys.
Yeah, make sure your audio is allowed to be shared, otherwise just talking to a ghost really. Stream. So Jacob is in as well. Jacob for you as well. Make sure your audio is allowed to be shared, and we can start with the interviews very shortly.
Yeah, it's all sorted.
All sorted, great. So we start with our P3. Wisey boy. Yeah, you had a good qualifying, really solid job. And the race, yeah, you couldn't quite catch up to Jacob. You had a great battle with Donamo. With the pit stops, you pitted a lap later than Jacob. Did you expect to be that far behind, or did you expect to be a lot closer to Jacob?
To be fair, I didn't think I had the natural pace to keep with Jacob anyway. I was more focused on keeping P2 at that point. So yeah, so I just kind of tried to cover off. I think it was Dynamo behind. But yeah, the undercut's so powerful. So I mean, once I saw Jacob pit, I was like, there's no chance I'm going to get anywhere close to him, to be honest.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. After that, you pulled away from Dynamo because the gap at some point, if I'm not mistaken, was more than a second. Were the tires going off that badly that Dynamo was able to catch up, or was it just Dynamo speeding up that much that you just couldn't go any faster?
Yeah, well, on the softs, I felt fine, good on the softs, but then on the mediums, I got into a rhythm, but I noticed I was losing a lot of time under braking into turn one, and to like combat that coming out of turn two, I had to keep cranking my ERS up to get the speed on the straight. So I feel like I'm not sure on his ERS, but mine was so low for so long, so hard to manage ERS, and yeah, tires were going off naturally, but I just didn't have enough ERS to keep ahead. Is what I think. In the end, unfortunately, he got me on the last lap, and I think the gap was minimal. So it was.
Yeah, it was.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm I'm fuming, but also I'm happy. With the podium. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a podium. Yeah, of course, it's really, really unlucky to get dropped down on the last lap. But you guys had a real good battle. It was really enjoyable to watch on stream. So congratulations on P3, mate. Really good job.
Thank you.
Then going on to our P2, Dynamo. Yeah, really solid job. Glad to have you back again. Back at it again with another podium. Just starting again where you finished off last time. Yeah, really good job. Tell us about your race. How was the qualifying, and especially how was the end of the race?
Well, qualifying, I didn't get the Ascari right. All the time I would lose like 2 tenths in Ascari, but that's not that bad because I started P3, and then in the race I was just trying to manage the first stint, try and keep up with the others, and don't spend too much ERS. And when we pitted, I thought, yeah, there's still a chance to win. And in the pits, I released the clutch too early, so I lost maybe a second, or I don't know. And then I was behind, and I couldn't catch up without like destroying my ERS. And when real life came, I was trying to use him as a tow, but I just made a mistake and I got out of the ERS, and that was the problem again. And then I got lucky, I think. Because he crashed and I could catch up to Wisey again because I think he might have gotten a bit of a tow from him. And so the race came back to me somehow.
Yeah, it definitely came, and on the last lap you made the crucial overtake to get P2.
That was planned. I was really on the limit with VRS, but I was like, if I have to overtake him, my fuel and ERS will be like close to zero, so I have to make on the last or second last lap to keep P2.
Yeah, really, really solid job, man. Congratulations on P2, really good job, and yeah, hopefully for you, I'm gonna see you back next week.
I hope so too.
Then going on to our race winner, like Mitch was saying in the chat, a class of his own. Jacob, really solid job. Yeah, not the qualifying really, but especially a really, really good race. Did you expect to be dominating like this, or did you expect to have a big challenge today?
Well, I mean, you say dominate, but the gap stayed relatively consistent, and I wasn't exactly taking it easy all the time. At the start, I just know how powerful the tow is, so wanted to get out the DRS zone of Wisey Boy, and managed to just about get that to about 1.3, and it was hovering there. And then my tires were starting to go off so quickly. They felt terrible. I mean, the tires felt terrible throughout the whole race, really. And I was just terrified, really, that he was going to go and try and undercut me, because I knew if he went for a lap earlier than me, then he would get in front of me, and then I wouldn't know if I would be able to get in front of him. So because of that, that's why I pitted a lap earlier than I was going to. And that enabled me to get about 4 seconds on Wisey Boy, and from that point on, then I was able to sort of relax a bit and just try and manage the gap, manage my tyres. But it's just one of those races where you're just terrified of touching any of the curbs because you think you might spin out if you just tap one. So you're really tiptoeing around the track, looking after your rear tyres and stuff. But I mean, I'm over the moon to get a win. It's great to get the first one of the season, get one under the belt, and then hopefully that will settle me for the rest of the season.
Yeah, hopefully this is the start of something great. Going on to next week, Russia is up next. A track that you like, or do you need to practice a lot to be up to pace like you did this week?
I'm gonna have to practice a bit for that one. I didn't actually race at Russia in last season of Contest of Speed, so I'm gonna have to get up to scratch on that one a little bit. But it's not my favourite track, but it's one that I'm looking forward to racing at with stiff competition that you get in Tier 2. So bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. And if my maths are correctly, you are the new championship leader now, so that's a great addition as well. So congratulations on that and on the win, of course, today.
Thanks very much.
So I think that's it for tonight. We had a brilliant race as always in Tier 2. Yeah, really good, lovely stuff. Thank you, P-Blaze, for joining me today in the commentary box. It was a pleasure once again.
It was an absolute pleasure, mate. Hope to be here next week.
Yeah, definitely. I will be back next week to commentate for you guys as well. Thank you everyone for joining into the chat and onto the stream. It was a pleasure, and make sure you tune in tomorrow and Thursday for the 2 races as well. Tomorrow same time, 10 PM UK time, and on Thursday it's 2 AM for you guys.
1
so
AM,
it is
Thomas.
1 AM, 2 AM for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's quite a late one, but if you're a hardcore fan, you definitely don't want to miss it. So yeah, make sure you see me crushing at Ascari tomorrow, and hopefully you see you guys back next week. Bye bye.